Kelly, sometimes yeah, I'm sure that there are people out there who, when they've lost a job, it takes a hit to their confidence. And I'm just wondering, sometimes it might be really difficult to sort of take that first energetic step forward when you've taken sort of a blow to your confidence and to your ego in a certain way. And I'm just wondering um, if there are ways that you could just gin up that energy just to make that first move, because sometimes all that it takes is just the first step to get you going. But when you've sort of been taking a little bit of a hit, it's difficult.
Yeah, absolutely. I've been in that experience before. I know exactly what that feels like.
Mhm.
It is really hard. And what I would suggest is that we have a tendency to, uh, okay, pick ourselves up, get back on the horse, chin up. What I would recommend is actually just seeing if you can bring in a little bit of self-compassion just for a moment and not rushing to push yourself back to your feet too quickly. So I would actually say, allow yourself to be in a state of discomfort. Like, when you've it hurts, you've tried for something and you've failed. Um, instead of just sort of trying to kick yourself while you're down and make yourself stand up again, I would say just be kind to yourself in that space. See if you can start to introduce some of that self-kindness, speaking to yourself like you would a friend before you sort of rush to get up again. Once you've had enough time in that space of feeling that loss and that sadness, then that's when you want to start and building your resources. We're talking about building up your energy. And I would encourage you to do something physical. So something that moves you into either use your body, use your physiology to help you start gaining energy in order to take the next step. Exercise or even just getting outside and changing your environment can be really energizing. It's interesting that being inside, actually the air that we breathe when we're indoors is terrible quality. So being outside, even in the city, it's actually better quality air out there than being inside in our apartments. So getting outside and getting fresh air can be very invigorating. And then once we've started to just get a little bit more physical energy back, that's when we want to start to introduce those micro steps. Asking yourself the question, what's a micro action? Something that I can do that takes 30 seconds or less that's going to start to build just an incy-wincy, teeny tiny little bit of momentum for yourself. And try doing that teeny tiny step consistently over a period of about a week, I think, is usually when you start to see some serious momentum. And then see if you can start to build from there and start to see if you can work your way back up that confidence spiral. But just be very gentle with yourself in the process, because, the saboteur, it wants to get in there. We have this tendency that when we fall down, not only do we feel that sting of failure, but then we kind of beat ourselves up at the same time. And it's like a double whammy. Just like celebrating gives us the double whammy of success, kicking ourselves when we're down, it gives us the double whammy of failure. So seeing if you can talk to yourself like you would a close friend who's going through something really difficult, any kind of self-love and self-compassion is really powerful.